thanks for the moment, you know. Judgment is where Judgment our judgment our judgment love to everyone, you know. Our judgment. We give thanks for all our elders. We give thanks to the Creator. We give thanks for all the youths. We give thanks for the sun and the moon, for the heavens. We give thanks for the earth, from which we receive our substance, from which we receive our life, through which we receive our life. Give thanks for His Divine Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I and Her Majesty Empress Menen I. Give thanks for the strength of our elders that have brought us here today. The strength of our mothers who has given us substance from their bodies, carried us in their bodies. For our fathers, give thanks. Give thanks for all the youths. Give thanks for all the elders again. Give thanks for all our leaders over the years who have led us this far to this place. A place where we can look with great insight into the future. Present where we can rise above oppression. We give thanks. We give thanks to everyone who watching. We give thanks to everyone who tune in. Go and tell your friends the CHORNIXX live. And a judgment. See? Go and go tell your brethren them, because some people think a joke thing. See? So, like we just start off, first and foremost. I want to start off with, it's a really nice book. All the youth them who watching, get yourself a copy of The Wise Mind. It's very short excerpts from his speeches, you know. And I always look to His Majesty when it comes to, you know, wisdom and insight as to how, you know, it's His Majesty speaking on character. He says, the acts by which we live and the attitudes by which we act must be clear beyond question. Principles alone can endow our deeds with force and meaning. Let us be true to what we believe, that our beliefs may serve and honor us. Loyalty inspires understanding, and understanding cooperation. These are the clearest evidences of strength. Do not be victims of temporary contentment and petty satisfaction. Aspire for worthwhile aims that shall be ideals for succeeding generations. Feel the need of others more than your own. If we permit ourselves to be tempted by narrow self-interest and vain ambition, if we barter our beliefs for short-term advantage, who will listen when we claim to speak for conscience? Play with me now. If we permit ourselves to be tempted by narrow self-interest and vain ambitions, if we barter our beliefs for short-term advantage, who will listen when we claim to speak for conscience? And who will contend that our words deserve to be heeded? So, we give thanks for His Majesty, and we give thanks for all our brethren and sisters. Seeing? And I have to give thanks for Honorable. You don't know, and you can't see her, but she's always with me. The original Kelisa, the roughest and toughest, like iron and steel and concrete and granite. Ace. Big respect to all of my Rastafari elders, you know. Right now, I feel I hold back all certain energy, you know, because I have to hold it forward, because I'm very emotional at the moment, you know. So big respect to everyone who watching from all over the world, all of my Rastafari brethren and sisters, you know. Today I'm not really here to represent any spiritual movement of such. You know, Rastafari is a global spiritual movement, and one of the only movements in the world which seeks to unify Africa as a common vision. Spiritual movement that seeks to unify Africa as a common vision. See, someone said, what book am I reading from? It's from The Wise Mind of His Imperial Majesty. You know, a lot of time when I post about His Majesty, I see my fellow Eritreans and my fellow East African. I've gotten opposition from them a lot, saying, how could you post a dictator and all of these things? But we live in America, and we live in the Caribbean, we live in Europe, and here we are saying that His Majesty is a dictator. You know, we live in Jamaica, where man celebrating independence and emancipation and all of these things. And yet we still can't see the beauty in His Majesty. See, yet we still can't see the beauty in the unification of Africa as one. Even us Africans, we are the ones I'm talking about. You know, we are the ones who deny ourselves of unity because of vain ambitions and wanting so much for our individual. We forget. And I hear people here talk, someone just comment on all different type of things, and I'm not here to talk about any vaccine or any of those things because make no sense we talk about nothing until we address the sovereignty as a people. See? It make no sense we talk about, we will never have any say in who take a vaccine or how our children are born, what happened to a child the first hour when they are born. We will never have any control over these things until we speak on the subject of our sovereignty. Sovereignty. I'm not talking about independence and the right to sell your soul if you want. I'm talking about your sovereignty. You know? And specifically on the matter of sovereignty and all these things, we are talking about the global community of Rastafari. People are people who claim Rastafari. See? Yeah. And we have a big community of Rastafari bands. We have bands in California. We have bands in... I don't want the internet people and play around with me, you know. See? I feel like it's a joke thing. Right? All these people who have reggae music band and all of my fellow brethren from Spain, from Germany, from Italy, big up my brethren them. Y'all know your names. We love you deeply. But here now is an opportunity for us to really prove our humanity and to take up our sovereignty in our own hands, because one sovereign now go pass on sovereign to our next sovereign. Sovereign is something where you have to assume for yourself. Sovereignty, you have to assume that it's through self-determination that you can truly say that you're sovereign. See? Now, we have a whole heap of brethren and sisters around the world. We wave the red, green and gold banner. We grow dreadlocks in peace. We can travel the whole world with the dreadlocks. But remember, says Rasta woman and Rasta man who died for that, you know. So all my brethren them in hip-hop with them long dreadlocks and my sister in them with long dreadlocks. Remember that, you know, whenever you wear your dreadlocks proudly and can be proud that you're African, remember Rastafari. Remember the Rasta man and the Rasta woman in the Caribbean who was killed. See? Remember them. Think about them. Meditate on their lives. Meditate on their lives with respect and with honor and with dignity. Don't fly no red, green and gold banner and feel like that is enough. That's not enough. When someone get violated, they need legal assistance. They need psychological assistance. There's finance that is attached to that. Financial aspects of that. Where people not just gonna... Everyone who wants to hear singing, please come off of the live. Everyone who is here for singing, please, you don't have to be a part of the live. It's, you know what I mean? It's not important for us to be here if all we want to hear is singing. All the Rastafari community globally call upon them for not for help, but to be your true self. See me? To be your true self. Because no matter what else you do in life, you know, and it no matter what you accomplish for yourself and whatever, if you wave the banner of Rastafari and Rasta youth, I get them locks get cut off and them thing, everybody in the world gonna know exactly what's happening, you know. So here's our opportunity. Quickly on the subject of Jamaica and what it means to be a Jamaican, right? And now I talk to my global community of Rastafari, now I talk to my global community of Jamaican people. See? Now, what is Jamaica without Rastafari and Rastafari culture? Did anyone ever imagine those things? We would end up with something very close to what Alexander Bustamante vision of Jamaica is, and what Norman Manley and all of those guys, Hugh Lawson Shearer, all of them guys would end up with what the PMP and the JLP want for Jamaica. See, that is what we would have as Jamaica if you subtract Rastafari from it. So all Jamaican people who wear them locks proudly to their work, the people in government who wear them locks proudly, the people meditate upon the many lives of Rasta woman, Rasta children, you see me, who over the years have bled and died and suffered, you know. You talk about people have been denied access to health care, access to education, access to capital, access to finance, access to their own culture and their own name. Imagine what our names would be without Rastafari. All of us would name Peter, and we would have all these names, you know, forever. Errol, Selvin, George. It's them name they would have, you know. If it wasn't for Rasta, as Rasta come give you back with name. We never even have a name. For years we never have no name. And His Majesty make we have that. Have we can baptize in our own church and worship our own Yeshua, Jesus Christus. And wear our own meskel and put on crosses and have our own meskel. How come we not appreciate that? How come we allow the government them of the world to undermine us for so long? And me I talk about we, the artists, them who we have the biggest stages in the world and the biggest voices. Listen to our lyrics. Listen to the lyrics of the young African man who living in the West. Listen to the lyrics of the young African woman who living in the West. And then we talk about all these little things and whatever. Listen to our lyrics. And then listen to the lyrics of Rastafari people. I hear them big up all these artists in the world who are great artists and great humanitarian. But let me tell you, music is one of the most powerful things that we have as African. Our voices. Because our ancestors speak through music. The Almighty speak through music. The cosmos access humanity through our voice. Not through no other anybody else. Through Rasta voice. See it? When Marcus Garvey says something, it is said. And then half century down the road, Bob Marley sing it. Bob Marley, children them a sing it. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. See? And it's when it sing, the whole world have to meditate it because it is now in this form of melodies. Sonical vibration that live on forever. And when you have a man like Bob Marley at the heights of his popular music career, and when I say popular music, you talk about more than 100,000 people at a concert in Italy, where the Pope and the Beast live. First time I sing Bundong Rome in Europe, in Rome where I do the concert, and I say Bundong Rome. And when we the Alexandra Palace, we Bundong Rome again, and we go Israel and Bundong dirty Israel behavior where them have. And all of them people and them little dirty Palestinian behavior and them disunity and them war. We burn that to a soul. So, to all the fellow Jamaican people them who, you know, we have a culture and we have a ital food and we have a music, we have a Bob Marley, we have a don't worry about a thing because every little thing. All of that is Rastafari consciousness. So this is my call for all of the youth them who benefit financially from Rastafari legacy. The Rastafari cultural wealth and cultural legacy. Please, please do not embarrass yourselves any further. Do not embarrass. Let us not embarrass ourselves any further. That's all you them lyrics. Stop embarrassing yourself. All the man them with dreadlocks and the woman them with dreadlocks. Stop embarrassing yourself before humanity and before God and before the Almighty. Stop it. Because there's an earthquake coming. You don't see it, but it's coming. And keep looking for a physical earthquake. But I'm telling you, an earthquake, someone say free Palestine, free Africa. Palestine will never be free till Africa is free. Yo, internet people, don't play with me now. May I say, we have 200 more George Floyd to go until Africa unite. So, how much more march we are gonna have before the rapper them stop embarrass themselves? The singer them stop embarrassing themselves and go up on TV and pretend like they are free and like they have any prospect for freedom. Do you have any prospect for freedom? There is no prospect for freedom. There is no prospect for freedom until Africa unite as one. Until we can walk proudly in the world and show people a passport that says, I am an African. See? Too long we in a subhuman bondage. Too long. And listen to what the artists them singing about. It's an embarrassment. I hope you enjoy all the money. I really do hope you enjoy all the money and all the benefits that come with being paid workers of some non-African entity that group up African people and use them as minions against each other. So continue. All my Nigerian brethren them, continue make a fun of yourself. I'm a Jamaican brethren them. Let us continue to embarrass ourselves in our lyrics and then come and embarrass ourselves. Regardless of my lyrics, we should come together. Regardless of my, you know what a song is? The whole universe started with a song. So whenever you go to make a song in the studio, know that you're making a universe. Know that you're creating the nucleus of a universe. All my brethren them who close to me know me not play, you know. I'm not there on a joke thing, you know. So y'all need to stop linking me for features to man. Straight. You need to stop linking me for features and sending me some joke, embarrassing lyrics to be a part of. Done with that. That is a call to the music community. See? It is a call to the music community. And now, there's people too. You know? Jamaican people. You are Rasta. All the way. You can deny it all you want. We are His Majesty. We are literally products of His Majesty's excellence as a statesman. Seeing, we are beneficiaries of His Majesty's diplomacy and His ability to go around the world and hold the world leaders accountable. Seeing, when you stop play. Now, we live in a colonial world here in the Caribbean. And We express it in our music, but more express it to the ones them in reasoning. I hear people blame a police officer for cutting off a youth here. I blame her. And I hold her responsible. But I can't talk about it because that's a legal matter for which the entire constabulary force will have to pay. So I don't want to use Instagram as a thing to complicate the legal process. You see me? But we live in a country called Jamaica, and here we are with a big old governor general representing a big old queen from an ex-sovereign country who is our sovereign, which means the wife of our prime minister is not the first lady, because he's not the sovereign. He's not the sovereign. That's why I will never use my platform to come on here and blame a prime minister of a colonial machinery, the driver of a colonial machinery, or the trustee, someone leave to look after them colony for them. I'm not gonna blame him. The only reason why our prime minister is still a Jamaican is because, or a Jamaican national, is because he's a neo-colonial, and that is the platform, and that is the identity that is used in a neo-colonial concept. You use a national son of the soil, you educate him, you make him into yours, and you use him against him people. Yeah. So that's the only reason why we have a Jamaican as a prime minister. But them not serve nothing else. Them not serve nothing else because they are not sovereign. They can't stand in front of the world and hold anyone accountable until you claim your sovereignty justly. You see me? And if it is even possible, peacefully, you know, if it is possible. But you have to claim your sovereignty. You see me? Your sovereignty before you can talk about nothing about, you know what I mean? So, the Jamaica Labour Party was founded by the likes of Sir Alexander Bustamante, which is the devil. That is like us as a national hero, and he's still recognized as a national hero in this country, and the party which he founded is the party that is in power right now in this country. You see me? And we hear someone talk about genealogy and whatever. Yo, we can go forward. We're not talking about race and them things there, you know. You see? We're not talking about that. We are talking about human consciousness. Because you see, a man race is one thing. A man consciousness is another story. Yeah? Because our prime ministers over the past, I've never had a white prime minister in this country. So my whole entire lifetime, I grew up come see man who look like me